We're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gamebreakers. Here with my Gamebreakers crew, I have Will, and Alice, and Jason, and Thomas, and we have some D&D 5th edition, the Tomb of Annihilation module, and we are in Earhart. The guide Hugh Hackenstone dragon.
You're cutting in and out a bit. Like maybe your gain's not catching you. Right? It's not robot. Just not picking up.
And the Dragon Tender and Hugh Hackenstone finally face each other. We last left our crew here going through this mess of combat here. There's a bunch of dead kobolds. There's dragons. A whole lot going on. And right now we're gonna go to Chippy. Say, what's going on, Chippy?
Are you muted, Will?
My mic was muted, but my brain is also muted. So, so we have the cloud kill still sort of sifting down on that side. Oh, but Azaka's getting pretty close to it. Maybe it's time. And then I put some, oh, it was that gravity thing down below on the level below, huh?
Right, and I think that cleared out that spot too. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the top level, and what was it? 50 or 75 feet from one of the map levels down to the next, roughly.
So you can see on these map pieces about here, there's a distance here. You can see what's down below. For example, like from this ledge right here and one step out is about 250 feet down to the very bottom.
Okay. So
we don't have numbers there. So if you were clicking
you don't have numbers there? Copy that. So with that assumption, I would say it is, definitely very deep. You're looking at just a straight down before you see the bottom there, over 200, and you see that
so maybe from
somewhere around the halfway point is this dragon that is ascending upward.
I knocked her prone.
Somewhere back.
So maybe so from where like Chippy and Roken are and Lunatic down to where Hugh Hackenstone is maybe 100 feet ish.
Yeah. Right. He came and scaled down. He came out this edge and scaled down the wall there, and jumped down also.
All right.
So you could spiral downward, and yes, that is an accurate addendum there. The dragon had been knocked prone. His last hit.
And then that is
afterwards, but not as much.
So the dragon is prone on the ground now?
It is ascend. It had been knocked. It had been flying upward and knocked down. So it's and it had started its ascent, but it is not halfway. It is very far towards the bottom.
Okay, so if I shot an area effect spell of some sort at the dragon, it's fairly close to Wayne. No, that's not Wayne. Who is that? Oh, that's the flying kobold. Wayne's over on the bridge.
Correct.
Ah, okay.
Which is 25 feet up, if I remember right.
Alrighty. Yes. Okay. Um, Sickening Radiance, is that what it is? I think that's the only spell I have that can cause exhaustion.
It is a real dick move.
Range is 120 feet, and it's a 30-foot radius sphere. So,
Up to 145. Does that look like?
okay, so just so you don't all have to look it up, there's the link in the chat. So yeah, if I put, so it's 120 feet, so the dragon's out of range if it's at the bottom, but when it comes up, he could do a 30-foot and hit and make it so that Hugh is just out of the field, or I guess he could do it above Hugh. 30-foot radius could be below us and above Hugh.
Or below you.
Right, but the dragon has showed its intent to go straight up, and we don't want it to get away. I think Wayne would like it to stay close. That's my thought. So so he's going to ready. So the dragon is not within 120 feet of Chippy right now, right?
No. Beyond that. You think it would even be further away than the area effect after? It looks pretty far.
Can Alex help him with this, and she can do a perception check and see if she can gauge the rough distance?
You know, I think a perception check seems appropriate.
Well, that's not fantastic. 16's better than nothing, but
you do realize that it would be too far away to do now. But perhaps if you waited for it to ascend more, it would come into range. Hold.
all right.
Or move, jump, and fall down.
Yeah. So I can't remember if I ever got my broom back from Ole or not. Um, all right. Yeah. So Chippy's going to go ahead and step off the edge, and he's going to go ahead and cast. He's going to waste a slot on Featherfall, and I believe that requires concentration, which will then stop the cloud kill. Which means he's going to be doing a museum apparatus-y thing.
It's not concentration.
Oh, thank you. All right, so museum apparatus, and Alex is helping. So he is able to cast it. So he casts Featherfall and tries to end up basically right next to Hugh there, roughly straight down. Tries to catch his way back in the start Featherfall when he's, you know, maybe 15, 20 feet above the next level there, and just pop in there, and maybe Alex will fly alongside him and kind of push him, try and help him not keep falling all the way to the ground. Okay, so
around, yeah, he's down about 100. You would want to fall, but then cast it to land. I think it's probably some kind of like athletics, or I mean, I think I might allow or acrobatics or
acrobatics would be his preference for sure.
to try to like maybe Arcana to cast it well, to do the thing that you want. But you're gonna fall some and then feather fall into place safe.
Yeah, so do you want me to do the acrobatics first or the Arcana first?
I'll let you take a pick of your acrobatics or Arcana to do this magical acrobatical.
All right, well, apparently my character sheet is not working anymore either. All right, so we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way in the chat. So we have...
Which one were you going to do?
Do Arcana first.
Probably Arcana. I mean, I'm going to say that I'm only going to ask for one test to do this, so Arcana is a valid choice here. I'll go ahead and push it for you. Yeah,
all right. He likes acrobatics too, but we'll do Arcana this time. Oops. So it's a 28 actually. It should have been plus 13, but my keyboard, I guess, is screwing up. Anyway, so 28.
But your chef seems to be capable, and you do put yourself down there below with some falling. Yeah, use some movement to place yourself.
And so he's gonna so that was I think it's a reaction for
20 movement there, 25 movement there, get there. You'll land there if you want. All right.
Awesome. And so that was a reaction. And then as his action, he will cast the sickening radiance right above the dragon and just below, so it doesn't hit Azaka.
It is within range right now. It is at 80. So hold on.
Oh, there's this pen thing. All right, yes. Almost forgot about the pen. Okay, so we're gonna do.
It's like somewhere between like 40 and 50 feet away from you. You know, outward or downward. You know, a little more outward. Just a bit. It is now within range of your 120 feet.
And it looks like the radius of the room is about 30 feet. So if it was perfectly centered, it would block the whole tunnel. So that's kind of cool. So he's going to try and basically block the whole tunnel. But just below us, so that the dragon has to fly through it. But anyone like Azaka or whoever that tries to leap or come down, it's not going to get us on this level.
So you'll put it below.
Yeah, just below us.
Down.
Yeah, even centered like 10 or 15 below us would probably leave us clear.
Okay.
Because the spherical.
So you throw it out there, and your sickening radiance grows with its dim greenish light. Is there anything else, Chippy or Alex?
Yeah, Alex is going to do the. So she already. So as a bonus action, she helped Chippy with that check, and now as her action, she's going to help Hugh with any attack he happens to make in the next round, and we're done.
Okay. So after that, we would have Ole.
Where is his character? I don't see it.
He's down on the second layer down here. Yep. And
Okay.
I believe that those two are going to come into this area probably. Smash up some kobolds. We'll have some off-screen time there, so it's not really too dramatic to have all of it go down out here. So they engage with the goblins in the back and think perhaps maybe just pop the order. This becomes part of the scenery. That does leave us to Broken.
Is there a way that I could like jump down to the next level, or like climb down faster than going or walking around?
Down faster than walking around. Yes. There is falling.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a way not to fall.
Rope.
climbing and assisted climbing, I think, magics, teleports. We saw Featherfall.
I do have some rope. I'm gonna tie it off and go down.
Okay. I'd allow you to, make a drop down. I think it would be like your action, your interaction object. Fix some rope. Heading downward. What's the length of your rope?
It just says rope hempen. It doesn't say.
Nothing. Typically comes in 100-foot coils, or your base unit is 100 rope. So the rope unfurls and dangles into the chasm below, but does not reach the bottom. It does, however, reach very close to down where Chippy and Hugh are. Almost there. Maybe
Well, I will go down.
Jump. Without some sort of problem going on, I would let you freely descend the rope just at your full movement.
Okay.
And you could dash down that. You could do something tricky like let yourself fall and try to catch yourself towards the end. Like have a risky climb check to get to the bottom faster.
What's my athletics like? No, I'm okay. Or I don't know. Could I do that as an acrobatics check?
As an acrobat, let's see. What does that look like?
Like falling to catch to catch it further down. I feel like that's
I can
acrobatic.
imagine some like aerial rope type stuff here. What would we acrobatics? Yeah, I
Like
could
the-
make like an acrobatics to try to reach down to the end of the rope. Get the full 100 down on a move. That would probably be a skill action as an action.
Do that cool thing where you coil it around your torso and then spin down.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that.
And then you got to do the extra cool thing of spraying vomit in a circle as you go.
Only on a 1.
I'll give you a DC 14 to do as an action to get the 100 down your rope.
Okay.
Or we'll say 95 because you tie it off and it goes over the edge. You have
So
advantage on that.
You're blessed.
Oh, ability checks. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if my fox can help with that. That would be my normal go-to, but that's
The lunatic has bless on you. You get a D4.
yeah.
The bless is
4.
gonna save your bacon there. 14. So even with a 1, you're gonna hit your 14.
14 is.
Which there's a moment where it's a little chancy, but like as it like whips around, there's like a way where it whips and it like comes out of your hand uncontrolled. But as it whipped you around, and then there you are at the bottom.
Excellent.
With your action, you move the 95 down. It's about another 20 feet. Maybe
Okay.
you can try to do like a jump, or I mean, you can from here to here would only be like 10 feet of movement, 15 feet of movement, to swing over there.
Yeah,
But
if I can do that on this turn, I'll do it.
and then it would be a drop of 20. That could be some damage, but again, the acrobatics could save for half. 2d6 save for half, right?
Right? Yeah. All right.
Leaning into your strengths here. You know, if
Mhm.
we were to look at your actual not so good at like climbing, we could have like a climb check to maybe make it to the wall and climb down as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be
But that
much
would probably be
slower, I think.
hard. Yeah, and more difficult too. But
Here, I'll do an acrobatics check.
all right. So with your acrobatics, that's gonna be a 14 for half. Here's your fall. 2d6 falling damage. And you save for half, so take. But you managed to move
It's a deck
down.
save, right?
Dex save for half, yeah. Or I had you roll acrobatics. It should be a dexterity save. Thank you. Save. I
Make the
appreciate.
save because I'm special. I when I make a deck save, I don't take the half damage.
There you go.
So,
That's
wha-bam! It's like, oh,
about
that was a little rough landing. Oh no, it wasn't. I
So
feel
you made
fine.
your action and then you use some move to get down here. If you have some more move, this would be like in the 15, 20-ish range to make it here. If you had more, you could spend it.
I think no, that's the end of my movement. Getting down the rope and yeah.
Okay. And so as Roken makes the daring dive to the bottom and swings over, it then leads us to Azaka's Stormfang, who had run over to this point and sees the gas. You know, it's going downward, but she doesn't want to go forward here from here. You know, and would step back over to here and blow. She's gonna take draw the arrow and fire off some shots downward. As arrows fly. Sokka then steps back and takes cover. All right. Arrows look like. A hit and a miss. You hear Tender cry out there. And after Azaka's dash forward, we then hear the yelling from the kobolds. And here where Hugh Hackenstone is, we have an eruption. Magma. And there is a geyser that seems very small and thin and targeted and blasts Hugh Q Hackenstone. And you hear him cry out at the lava glands.
Yeah, that sucks.
He does at least make the save for half there. And half of 31. He'll take a 15 damage from fire, which is not good. He's not too thrilled about it. But he's okay. As he cries out from there, and you hear the kobolds yelling and hissing and dying to the poisonous gas floating through their home here. And these other kobolds that did survive run to the back and they're yelling. You hear some chants and some boos coming from below. These kobolds rush into their cover. And as the various pieces of chaos blast off, from below here, it rolls back to Wayne.
Okay. Running some distance. So currently Tinder is
You roll four dice 6 for me. You had pointed out something I had missed that had taken its motion and had made it 40 into the air. You had hit it with that fall prone, and it took 11 falling.
indeed. Did at the start of its turn it roll a Constitution save against poison?
We have not had it. It did at the previous
Oh, that
last
was
turn.
a legendary action. Okay, got it. Or lair action, whatever.
Yeah,
Some out of order. Okay.
some bullshit.
But she's currently in the sickening radiance cloud.
Looks like she's flying up towards it. She's right under it. Right. She's above the ground, flying upward. The cloud is above. While she's in flight, it was put in place.
Okay.
Not currently inside of it, has not moved into it, but it looks likely.
Okay. And what is the distance between Wayne on the bridge and this portion of the track?
So it is, if you were to look into the center, it is about from the I'm sorry, I'm having difficulty here trying to articulate this here.
Yeah, we don't
Each
have like
section of
sounds
these
like you
maps
have all
is about
numbers there.
it's about 125 feet,
Okay.
give or take. So about 125 up. This thing is 10 up off the ground.
Thought
Or
25.
25 here.
Okay, so I didn't move last turn.
Right, 25 here. And to the middle area, about up to here, it's about ish 100. I don't think he has the measurements, but
Okay.
uh,
So, uh, yeah, I didn't move last turn. So, first, as a free action, I'm just going to send to the group, hey, we're getting all sorts of clustered up against a creature that's legendary for its breath weapon. I should throw that out there. And Wayne will just spring up from in almost a straight line up with his broom, and with double his speed from Tabaxi Shenanigans, will perch right there.
okay.
Nope, right there. Yep. Okay. As a bonus action, I will fire off. I will flick out another Star of Arvindor. For a 20, I want to say 24. A moment.
Yep. 24 does it.
I'm just making sure. 22. Does 22 also do it?
Yes, 22
Okay.
does it.
And also plus. But okay, then that will be, because you are evil, 2d8, 10 force damage, and 1 point of exhaustion.
And while you saw her pretty worked down there when she rushed out of her lair, she didn't have that appearance, but it does now return. It looks
And then I'm gonna take a 5-foot step, or use 5 feet of the last of my movement, and he'll run his finger over the nub in his belt where he's sewn in his pearl of power. Speak the word and regain a 3rd level slot.
anything from the lunatic on this turn.
The lunatic. Double check one thing. Would be concentration, so lose the bless. Is anybody hurt? Touch. Never mind. The 5, 10, 15. Actually, yeah, 5, 10, 15. He'll take a double move. 5, 30, 35. Right about here. He's trying to get in place to be able to block, in case he needs to block the way. And then as a bonus action, he'll cast Sanctuary.
Okay.
And that is all for me.
I see. The lunatic was here. Where?
The lunatic was here and is now here.
Oh, thank you.
He's moved into the entranceway, just in case. He's gonna play goalie.
Got it. Thank you. So, sanctuary and moving into place. Yes.
And then just maintain the bless. That seems to be saving a lot of bacon around here, so it's not.
And now we have Tinder, who we have something going on here, and we're gonna make a perception check. Seems pretty apparent that something's. So Tinder at 80. move, trying to skirt around this radiance. And flies up enough to tuck up against this edge here. Stick a head up at head height to greet Sheeta Hackenstone face to face. And the monologue continues. I'll let you go once. I ain't doing it again. You're going down. And with that, there is fire breath, as accurately predicted. So we have a dexterity save for Chippy, Alex, Hugh, Broken.
I don't think the cone can get all of them at that range. It doesn't get wide enough yet.
Also, I'm invisible still currently.
Invisible. There is blind sight, but visible is.
I mean, such a thing does exist.
Right? I'd be at disadvantage on the attack. I guess I would try to make a passive stealth.
I want to plus proficiency, right? Be 14.
Right. So with some blind sense and now invisibility would be. I know I'd have disadvantage on the attack to you, but I wouldn't be able to see you. But I still might be able to smell or hear or something.
Yeah, Alex is also invisible, but she's stupidly right next to Hugh, and so it kind of makes no difference that she's invisible or not.
I just want to make sure I'm correctly going forward here.
It just means it's a normal perception check to catch them.
Heavily obscured, detected by noise or tracks it leaves. Right. So I hit a passive. I think it was enough there. Right, it does seem to be just one of the. So it's going to be these three right here. And we have some fire damage coming.
This is not. Oh shit! Neither was. Never mind. Sorry. Take it back.
So yeah, you're trying to hit 17s. And I'm gonna roll here. There's your base damage, 59.
So Alex missed it, but Chippy made it.
Okay. So if you make it, it's for half. Save. Check.
Alex has an evasion, but she failed the save. Does that mean she still takes full? Evasion is useless if you fail the save, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. So when you save, instead of saving for half, you save for none, right? You failed to save for half. But if you do save for half, you'd save for none. I think that's how it works.
And am I remembering correctly that that neither Chippy nor Alex were covered by the bless?
Yes.
You said 59 was the full?
I rolled it right over there, yeah.
Ugh.
I believe that has a recharge. Go ahead and charge roll. And with that flaming mess, we do have Hugh Hackenstone drop to the ground, looking fairly charred.
Question, on a half damage, do you round up or down?
Down.
So half of 59 would be, what's that, 29?
Oh,
Alex and Chippy look really bad, but they're both still upright.
it was a very hot gout of flame. And with that, that would end Zendalor's turn. Hugh Hackenstone is going to make a death save. You're just making 10s, if I recall.
Yep. Natural 20 gives him a hit point. But
Yep. Which can be fairly dramatic. It happens. Hugh does his thing. And while he gasps for life and tries to pull himself back together, we have a wing beat at the end of Hugh Hackenstone's turn. So that's going to be for these within 10. Chippy, Alex, Broken. DC 17 for Dex. And that's going to be the take some damage, which was going to be 1 mark on Hugh Hackenstone, and fail back. As she does the brutal double tap. We're looking at 14 damage if you failed, and you're not prone. We got one from Broken, yeah.
What'd you need from me? Sorry.
Oh, we have this Dex 17 save here from the wing attack, or when it's a wing.
Oh yeah.
So apparently, typoed that. Didn't I? No,
26.
all right. So
Whoosha.
it's dexterity save. You're clear. And it looks like, well, some of your companions were knocked down, and Hugh Hackenstone looks like to be on death's door. Tender drops down below. Now, this does provoke an attack of opportunity from, looks like just you, Broken. You can use your reaction.
Sweet.
Attack Vop as Ender dives below.
All right. I will, with some help from my. Can I get help from my fox?
It's appropriate.
Sweet. I will get a reaction. That's just a simple attack. So I'll do the and it's close, right? So
Yes.
I can do short sword. So I'll do melee. I'm not a cast.
That's a fun feat. So short sword it is then.
All right. Oh, right. I can do that in. There's a button for that. So 23 to hit.
A 23 is a successful hit.
Yay.
And you deal 6 slashing.
Yep. And then I
job.
also get my sneak attack because I had advantage.
Oh boy. You knew right where to put it.
24, baby.
Oh man, that one cuts deep. And you
Got
manage to
the
slide
kidney.
under as they move. There's like a ruffle of the scales, and you reach under one and catch a good chunk of meat underneath, separating it from the body, and it spurts out. Can I
Catch
get
the
a
scale.
Can I get a deck save from you?
Yeah, that's my favorite kind of save to make.
Yeah, it is. As the fiery blood spurts out in response to. That's not correct. You would take 17 fire damage as you're covered in fiery blood.
Ah,
Magma runs in Tender's veins, and you're now covered in.
is that technically an attack, or is that something that just happened?
When struck by a melee attack, it's a reaction to spray fire from the. It's a legendary action.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a legendary characteristic. Sorry, it's not an action.
Okay. I don't see any way that I can get out of that. Oh, am I still blessed? Let me see. What I get. I got a 1. Again.
You
Does
need
that
a
get me over the
17.
edge?
That's in the. You need a deck
Ah!
17. It's right there. So you take half of that fire damage.
Which means I take none of that fire damage. Waha! Whoosha!
Whoosh. Slick. As you deftly dive out of the way, from this fiery spurt of blood. Surprised, but not too surprised.
I can't be surprised.
The dragon tender ends its turn, so some distance below. Looks like it dropped about. We now have Chippy. You see this dragon has tried to maneuver. It made a perception check and maneuvered around your radiance here, right? And that means this up here is gone too, right? The sickening radiance is concentration.
Sickening gradients is concentration, and I believe it was right up to that edge, so the dragon would actually be in it Um, so to poke the dragon's head up to attack us, she would have gotten in it. However, and Chippy would still be concentrating. He should probably roll a concentration check, but then the wing blast put him unconscious, so he's no longer concentrating. If you want to do a concentration check to see if he maintained it from the time that she did the breath weapon to the wing blast, I guess we could do that. I don't know what difference it makes mechanically.
She tried to come up underneath and stick just her head up over the edge, which was like the little lip that wasn't there. See, there's this one square right here. And so she made a perception check and then maneuvered over and then upward around it to try to do the thing. But it also put her in melee range, right? Which is when she just got. So I mean, you're doing good.
Well, I mean, so the entire width is only 45 feet, and it's the sphere is a diameter of 60 feet. So
so it's all of it.
I think his intention was to close it off and put it slightly below us. So I think she would have had to actually fly through more than a little bit to get there.
Yeah.
But then ultimately, like, as soon as he went unconscious, it disappeared. So.
Well, she will move through it then and take it because she wants to deliver what she did, and I did it. So here you go.
So you get a
save.
She gets a Constitution check, yeah. So that would be DC 19. So
failed. Go ahead and roll it. Roll
your
damage there. And now amidst a greenish light. Dim greenish light.
And that was
4d10.
4d10 plus 1 level of exhaustion.
And
okay. So 4d10. Come on. Hello. There we go. 10. 16. Not huge, but. And then the level of exhaustion, but then that's going to go away the moment he passes out. So does that extra...
But the damage remains.
Does that extra level of exhaustion have any effect on her subsequent attacks?
That level of exhaustion on those attacks... No, because it wasn't an attack. The breath weapon and the... Okay. So you're down right now. Are you zeroed? Are you making that save, Chippy?
Yeah, Chippy went to 0. Alex is still at 6 hit points, and so since she's on the same initiative, she's going to use her bonus action to slap a tattoo of healing word. In hopes that that little bit of hit points will help bring Chippy back. It's only 1d4 plus. What's that?
Anything will do it.
So it's 1d4 plus 5, and that makes it 7 points. So does that bring him back to consciousness?
So you were at 0, and you just gained 7, so you're at 7.
I mean, to be fair, he would have been below 0. He was at 1.
I think you would have started your turn with your death save, your Constitution save.
Okay. Should he do that first before her turn?
Well,
Would
if
he?
she's acting
But
before
she's,
him.
but you know, whether you're not going to fail 3 times though, whether you succeed or fail is a mark. But then after that, you gain 7 life and you're okay. So I mean, there would be an order of operations of how it went. There would be a con save, and then you are healed. But as of now, you have 7 life, brother.
Woo! Okay. So, but we do not have a cloud of sickness anymore.
It was touch and go there. You were here, and then you were gone, but now you're back. Feels a little shaky, flimsy.
So he is going to use his bonus round to also slap a healing word tattoo and do a similar. It's only 6 points, but gives Hugh 6 points of healing.
Yep.
And then he and okay, so he is technically still within reach, even though she went down a little bit. Is she still threatening his space? I mean, if he moves away, will he open himself to an attack of opportunity?
She's down 20. She's 20 below.
Okay.
So that seems like it's out of reach. But you know, that Eldritch Claw might surprise you.
Wait, what? Eldritch Claw?
Nothing. Continue.
Uh-oh.
It looks far enough away that there's not a problem. You are not threatened.
All right. So, in that case, Chippy is going to go ahead and cast. It is. What's the one? Is it Arcane Gate?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Two points that you can see. Okay. So it has to be somewhere that I can see.
On the ground.
Points
1 point within 10 feet of you, and 1 point within 500.
All right. Yeah. So he's going to go ahead and cast Arcane Gate, and put one right next to us here. Let's say right there on the wall side of where Roken is. And then the other one is going to be straight up on the bridge in the middle there, kind of near Azaka.
On the bridge. Okay. See it.
Huh. No, I don't know. That seems stupid. That would be the same breath weapon. So let's say on the opposite side. Let's say over here, right by the entrance to the kobold lair where all those kobolds were. You see on the top level there? So I should probably put a little
in there. Again.
Little. So here's one circle on the top level. And then, yeah, exactly. Right where you put it. Perfect. I was thinking against the wall. But yeah, your version works. And then he's going to use his move to step through it. And
so it's on the ground and somewhere you can see. So this being above you, you can kind of see the edge, and there's a bit of an incline there. So I'm going to say that you can try to drop it like right up on the edge, but not back out.
Yeah. And he'll point it so it's heading, toward the wall, so you don't have to step out into the void when you come out of it. Like so you, and then he'll step through it, and
here-ish.
Yeah. So I'll move him, and then Alex is so Alex used her bonus for the tattoo, and the she hasn't used her normal action yet. So she's going to use her normal action to cast Fly on Roken, and she's going to say, "There you go." And when she does that, she has to become she can't concentrate on invisibility anymore. So she becomes uninvisible when she says that, and then pops through the portal. But now Roken can fly.
Yay.
And so I'll move both of those, and my turn is over.
With the team play there by the wizard, we have linked the two different levels here, and our flying rogue is up next.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
The kobold boos had turned to screams in the background, and
the dragon, it's here.
The monologuing finally ended. Q was down.
All right.
So this dragon is headed about 20 feet down. Right, it's downward.
Okay. I will fly down to it, within 30 feet of it, and I'm still invisible.
Okay. Still invisible.
And then I'm going to Mm, mm. Yeah. I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter, and it needs to make with a tiny. I throw a tiny tartan feather in the air, and it becomes Hideous Laughter. Let's see, it has to make a Wisdom.
Oh boy.
Tough on a dragon, but everybody
Go
rolls
ahead
a
and
one
move.
now and.
Go ahead and move
And
yourself where you're moving there. It's within 20 though. You can just peer over the edge and see it.
oh yeah, well yeah, I'm flying over the edge. So I am flying anyway. But yeah,
But if
so I
you're
will do
actually
that.
in a spell, you got some movement.
Does it? Does it make the Wisdom save?
We're gonna see here. What does that look like?
Okay, well,
So it rolled a 15, and what does it need?
it needed a 15 exactly. So boo.
There it is.
So and so because I don't have to concentrate on it, does it break my concentration on my other spell, which is invisibility?
Yeah, you don't have to concentrate on it. So.
Okay, sweet. So I'm still invisible, and I am flying. I'm gonna move away. We're gonna spread out here. Where's my character? My computer's kind of slow with all these tabs open. I'm gonna fly out here. I think that these are 5-foot squares, right? 5, 10,
Yes.
20. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is about where I am. I'll double here. Oh, it's 25, not 35. I'm like right there. That's my turn.
And place yourself further out. And is that the end of your turn there? Yeah, movement, action. Good.
They see it.
All right.
My joke wasn't funny enough.
Azaka sees your portal open and takes advantage of that. And is able to line up a shot and let loose with 2 shots from the longbow. They both go wide. And after this, we hear those boo yelling that was happening from the outer caves. And we're gonna look over to Wayne, who finds himself in a volcanic gases cloud. So if I can get a DC 17 value.
That's when I start my turn in the cloud, right?
Starts turn, or yeah, starts. So you see the gases, spill out from the the ground and channel the elemental plane of fire here in the place. And the kobolds the winged kobolds you'd seen, there seem to be in their escape and has been joined by several others flying their way towards the top. And with the kobolds now looking scattered, we have Wayne there.
Tragically, I didn't, in those couple of moments, find anything that I was immune to poison. So, I will indeed roll save. And then I will use one of my favors of the heavenly to reroll that d20. That sucked. Ah, that sucked worse. God damn it.
Boo. So you find the gases choking and overwhelming. You are incapacitated.
No.
Hold on.
You have a lunatic.
However, it doesn't have much to do from where he is. Just one moment. Sorry. Oh, is this a magical effect?
It's a layer effect. No.
Yep, the problem is range. But it's a workable problem. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I will drop and then Misty Step to right there and then cast Neutralize Poison.
Incapacitated can't take actions or reactions.
That's why the lunatic is doing this.
Gotcha. Missed that part.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Yep. At which point it immediately neutralizes the poison.
Lair actions. Ugh.
yeah.
So that would have been all right. Do I have a turn from Wayne to finish out since they're acting at the same time?
You were incapacitated, but then also that condition was removed, and you haven't spent them this turn.
Okay.
You can, thanks to compatriots there, take an action. Go ahead and do a turn.
So we will fly 5, 10, 15, 20. That gives me line of fire. Yeah, that should do it. Corner to.
Yeah, that looks like
Um,
a line there.
I will pull out the other arrow of dragon slaying
Oh boy.
and just mournfully say all you had to do was get over your pride, ask for forgiveness.
Let's go ahead and see that attack roll.
Yep.
Dragon Slayer.
Bonuses. Okay. We'll use my second favor of the heavenly to unfuck that one. Damn.
All right.
Okay, so a 6 still gives me a
21.
21 to hit.
21 will hit. Thanks to your heavenly guide.
Thank you to my divine heads up display. It's like, no, over, down, declination's important. Okay, and then I will spend 1/3 level and 1 second level spell slot. Oh, I didn't declare sharpshooter, and it would have made me miss anyway, so no +10. Oh, it's only a first level, so or second level slot, so it's 3d8. It's gonna be 108.
That is certainly a bunch of damage.
Deeply,
Hot diggity.
deeply personal. Fuck you, damn it.
The arrow, I believe, is a save, right? For the extra there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I believe. I'm
might be
looking
right.
at maybe it's the updated items because it's not necessarily what I remembered it being, but as I'm looking at though,
You're right. It is the Constitution DC 17.
so
So it might have a chance to have an amendment.
Wow. Okay, it takes half of the bonus.
Half of the 60 10, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 10, 20, 30, 41. So it's gonna take 20 less. So 88.
And with the arrow of slaying making its target, she cries out, and it looks bad.
And she falls prone because Eldritch Smite.
Is there a save for that one?
No, it's part of the strike.
God. Just unfair with that one. You can knock it prone if it's huge or smaller.
Which is the case.
Large. So, well, that is current 100. 10 for 10. You want to roll the falling damage on that?
Sure. Oh, I'd love to.
I bet you would.
43.
All right. Want to say there's a save to take less, but I don't know.
Not in 5th. There used to be all kinds of ways to knock
Not
damage
anymore.
off, but Featherfall, that's your
Answer.
from there I will also fall at the same rate and then begin flying again 5 feet above the track and then finish my move there.
And definitely does the fall and lands looking pretty terrible.
At which point I will then shoot her again.
You don't say.
I do say. But this time I can't save myself from the 1. Wayne's luck is holding at his standard. So
And from there, that place, like, well, fell down and hit the track below. The thunderous crash.
oh, I will instead have moved 10 more feet this way, so that as a bonus action, right? I didn't use my bonus yet. Nope. As a bonus action, I will flick my last Star of Arvindor.
Mm-hmm.
Am I?
Curse.
I'm just checking. Okay. I'm just, that last one was just me checking my syntax. Like I wasn't doing something in my typing that was just like, I don't know what you're saying. We're just gonna output 1 the whole time. But no,
Ooh.
Wayne is just like that sometimes. So yeah, nothing on the last star.
The dice don't show you. And
And that's the end of my
Stone stands and looks over the edge and throws his battle axe for a crit. Sinks that axe right into Tender's skull, and the dragon drops lifeless.
All right.
the perfect
Nice.
time for a crit.
Damn, Wayne, what a comeback.
And with the, seeing the hit land and the dragon's head drop, he throws a fist in the air and said, "Told you as a dragon slayer."
Nice shot, Wayne. I mean, nice shot, you.
And as we have our kobolds scattering and flying away, we can go ahead and pull back from the immediacy of the scene here, seeing everyone put themselves together. There is a dragon's horde below, as well as much adamantine ore you see that's been mined. And having regained control of the mines, you do find that the albino dwarves are at the entrance once you make your way back to the top.
Sawyers.
If everything seems calm, Chippy might check in with other casters. Thinking about taking a cat nap for 15 minutes and getting some spell slots back, and then doing another arcane gate from the bottom to the top, so that when we're going in and out, we can just, have one right next to the dragon lair door, and then another one right at the top. I don't know if seems like that would make it easier.
Couldn't we just hit it with a teleportation circle all the way back to Nyanzaru?
We could. Do you think that would last long enough to be able to get multiple loads of dragon horde through?
Just cast it where the dragon horde is, 10-foot area.
Put stuff in your bag of holding. Throw
Right,
it in
I
your
mean-
bag and over your shoulder.
Because circle will take object.
All right.
If
Sounds good.
I think you're the wizard, but
But with the immediacy having stepped away, I will go ahead and move us back to the Port Neons of here.
I
Gather our
definitely do
treasure.
take a good rest.
Gathered our treasures and catch your rest and communicated your pieces there. Musharib greets you at your return. Says, "Is it done? Is she dead?"
Oh yeah.
And with that, he would rush forward and hug Hugh. Thank you so much for all you've done for us. And turns, reaches out and shakes Wayne's hand and goes down the line with everybody, just showing his enthusiastic appreciation of having returned the Wormheart Mines and Krakhmer to the albino dwarf.
Happy to. You've been good friends to us since we got here.
And within a few minutes of your arrival, other albino dwarves arrive at the inn. So we've received communication that you've helped retake the mines. As promised, the adamantine, that we had offered for the award. And as you had wished it so, we set that forward to the city. Help put together their forces. Adamantine weapons will definitely make a fine addition to the assault. Great.
Perfect. Bartender. Albino dwarves drink free tonight on Tinder's tab. And I'll just, put a handful of coins.
And as the drinking goes on for some time, you find that Volo comes and joins the celebration. And comes to you, Roken. And once is asking questions about Tender. How big was the beast? Tell me the tale.
Oh yes, quite a fearsome beast it was. Blood red,
Tail that
and its blood burned.
a tail that whipped, burning blood. You say, really?
Oh yes, I've got the burns to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
Though I was barely scratched because I'm so quick. It's that halfling way.
And as I understand, as she was a young dragon, so it's supposed to be fairly easy. Yeah, nothing, no tricks.
I mean, fighting a dragon in its own lair, it has advantages over you, but we overcame them.
The dragon in its host
Thankfully.
lair, you say?
Well, yes, if someone entered our domain, we would certainly have advantages over them.
And according to the reports, it had a way of gazing into your soul and making you laugh.
Oh, well, I didn't have the pleasure, I'll have to say.
Yeah. Well, you see that he had
Nothing it did or said made me laugh.
on Tinder, which seems, about half accurate and half inaccurate, as expected with the rest of those entries you discovered. And while he's part in and part out, we'll go ahead and step back from our heroes as they celebrate their heroic events here, having defeated a dragon.
Woohoo!
And calling it a little bit early tonight, I will go ahead and say that I hope you enjoyed what you saw tonight. And if you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to see some more. And you can hit our words and stuff with links, and you'll see things there. Have a good night, everybody.